Hello everyone and welcome to Breaking Today on this beautiful Tuesday, the first day of October 2019. My name is Abul Ahmed and our sign language interpreter tonight is Evelyn Wangoi. Let us begin our bulletin where 3 terror suspects were on Tuesday shot dead at Majengo, Mapia in Likoni, Mombasa County after a shootout with officers from the Anti-Terrorist Police Unit. According to the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, 7 suspects were arrested and more than 1,600 bullets recovered. A grenade, G3 rifle and other weapons were also found. The police also recovered assorted items including dozens of 47 AK rifles, several pistol magazines, police and KDF uniforms, a religious book, 5 kilograms of ammonium nitrate, bomb-making material, 6 machetes and knives. The operation comes 3 weeks before the Mashujaa Day that is said to be marked in Mombasa. Acting Regional CID Coordinator Paul Leteng said the raid was carried following intelligence, with the operation coming days after Al-Shabaab militant group issued a terror alert in the Coast region. Well, elsewhere, Third Way Alliance Party leader Ekuru Aukot says that claims by opponents that Kenyans have rejected the bill is pure malice, adding that it is too early for anyone to condemn the bill. According to Aukot, the bill has only been discussed in 7 out of the 47 county assemblies, with Uasin Gishu being the only one which has endorsed it. Take a look.
Responding to critics of the Punguza Mizigo Bill initiative, and specifically to Deputy President William Ruto, who over the weekend claimed that the bill has hit a dead end, Third Way Alliance Party leader Dr. Aukot stated that the bill is very much alive and kicking. According to Aukot, Punguza Mizigo Bill is not a political competition tool, but is instead a public policy that seeks to ensure every Kenyan is able to enjoy public services at their doorstep.
Now, Punguza Mizigo Bill, I just want to start from the outset and say that it actually has a perpetual life. First, it is a litmus test for the leadership of this country, both at the national and the county level. If the leadership truly want the best for the electorate, for the people that put them into office, they have no choice but to support the Punguza Mizigo Bill.
According to Aukot further, the bill mainly aims to reduce the bill wage, devolve more funds and accelerate development, as well as bringing to an end the theft of public funds. In his efforts to familiarize the bill with the public, Dr. Aukot has so far visited 24 county assemblies and explained the bill to members of county assemblies. 4 county assemblies, Siaya, Homa Bay, Nyamira, Kisumu and Kisii, however, have so far refused to debate the bill, while Uasin Gishu being the only county that has endorsed the bill.
This is an idea from a political party that meant to enrich Kenyans. But unfortunately, others have chosen to see this as political competition. It is public policy and seeks to ensure that every Kenyan will be able to enjoy public services at their very, very doorsteps.
Deputy President Dr. William Ruto over the weekend claimed that failure to involve the views of Kenyans on any constitutional amendments was bound to fail, maintaining that any plans to amend the constitution without involving the citizen will fail. Bethel Ongiri, Switch TV.
Well, moving on, Deputy President William Ruto has sent a stern warning to perpetrators of retrogressive practices such as female genital mutilation and early marriages, saying that the government will not allow the continuation of such outdated cultures that have hindered education of pastoralist girl child. The DP has to this end put on notice men who marry off young girls, warning them that they are going against the law, since every child deserves an equal opportunity to attend school.
Girls from pastoralist communities are said to be at high risk of dropping out of school due to cultures such as female genital mutilation, as well as early marriage. The retrogressive cultures have seen many girls bury their dreams of education and end up as teenage moms. This has caught the attention of the Deputy President William Ruto, who has sent a stern warning to perpetrators of such practices.
Na ni hatia na ni kinyume ya sheria kuchukua watoto wetu wasichana na kuwapeleka kwenda kuwakata sehemu za siri na kuwaharibu Hiyo mimi nataka niseme hapa mapema mchana mkiniangalia, na mimi akili yangu ni timamu. Chungeni, hiyo biashara lazima ikome.
The DP put on notice men who marry off young girls, adding that they are going against the law since every child must be given equal opportunity to an education. The Deputy President said the government will invest in girl child education and address challenges facing girls in the country.
Tunasema kila mtoto lazima awe shuleni. Tunajua kuna changamoto nyingi, lakini hizo changamoto tutazitatua, na sio sababu ama kisingizio cha mtu yeyote kukataza mtoto kwenda shule.
Ruto spoke while addressing residents of Kacheliba in Kodich area, where he laid a foundation stone for the construction of Kodich Technical Training Institute. Here, the Deputy President insisted that the government has set aside millions of shillings in the Education Ministry to enable every child go to school. Ruto, who also opened a dormitory to accommodate girls who are rescued from retrogressive practices, said he will support education in the region. West Pokot Governor John Lonyangapuo, on his part, urged the government to employ teachers in marginalized areas so as to improve literacy levels.
Nitaomba ile watoto 25 wamepatikana wamaliza from Teachers College, saidia hao waandikwe kwa walimu ya primary teachers na secondary school.
According to a 2016 UNICEF report, at least 200 million women and girls across 30 countries have undergone FGM. This, according to the UN body, can hinder and even end the child's education due to arising complications, among them health issues, pain and distress. These are said to leave girls less focused in school or absent and consequently perform poorly and drop out of school in the process. Diana Rose, Switch TV.
2 people have been reported dead after they were involved in a fatal accident Tuesday morning along the Mombasa-Nairobi highway at Ikanga area involving a motorbike and a trailer. According to family members, the boda rider was carrying a passenger from Voi Town to Tausa before they were knocked down by a speeding trailer which was heading to Nairobi. The two died on the spot after sustaining serious injuries on the head, legs and other parts of the body. The family members of the deceased are now calling for justice from government to ensure that driver of the trailer is arrested and charged in court or fled immediately after the accident. Bodies of the deceased were taken to St. Joseph Shelters of Hope Hospital in Voi.
Namjua kijana, ni kijana wa shemeji yangu. Anaitwa John Mavana Mwakirenge. Kijana tunamjua vizuri sana na ni mtu wa bidii na alikuwa anajitafutia kwa ajili ya bodaboda. Mama ni mama kutoka Mwandau, anaitwa Sofu Mwandanda. Tunamjua ni mama alikuwa anaenda sokoni. Kwa hivyo tuna masikitiko makubwa, na huyo dereva alikuwa ana overtake wa transport wa trailer na akatoroka. Hajashikwa, gari lilikuwa hapo. Kwa hivyo tunaomba msaada. Polisi watafute huyo dereva na hiyo kampuni ashikwe, na tuendelee na hiyo kesi tuone mwisho itafika vipi.
Dereva tumeambiwa ametoroka. Mimi sijawahi muona. Niambia ametoroka. Sasa sijui hivyo kama atapatikana ama itakuwaje. Maana sasa hiyo ashambia shatoroka. Kitu ilibakia pale ni gari.
Now, responding to the need for health services in remote areas of the country, a Kenyan association created seafaring mobile clinics in 2015 to provide basic health services to underserved populations. Often, the safari doctors are the only health resources for residents of the Lamu archipelago in southeast of Kenya, who face a critical lack of infrastructure, poverty and violence from Islamist militants.
Every month, the safari doctor's boat sets off from Lamu Island, carrying all the medical equipment needed for a mobile clinic. After more than 2 hours at sea, the team arrives in Kiangwe, a remote village near the Somali border.
The people here are in need of help. The health service inaccessible for them.
The medical team are volunteers and offer services from vaccinations to maternal health and first aid. Rufia cut his finger with a machete while working in a cornfield. The mobile clinic is his only treatment option.
It's too far, and before you get access to a hospital, it's a problem. There's no money. You need money in order to go see a doctor.
A trip to the nearest hospital would cost him $200, a small fortune here. In addition to a lack of transport and health infrastructure, residents of the region must deal with violence from terrorist group Al-Shabaab. Bilay has a lump in her neck, presumably a bullet, and a wound on her foot. She says she was attacked by the Islamist group while she was traveling in the area.
I'm the only one still alive. All the others died on the spot.
The incident took place several years ago, and her wounds have healed over time. But living in a poor, remote area, Bilay was never able to get proper treatment for her injuries. A native Kenyan founded Safari Doctors in 2015 to help isolated populations access basic health services, but the main concern of the NGO remains insecurity in the region.
You have poor infrastructure, and as a result you have the existence of the militants, if you want to call it, and the presence of the military. So traveling around becomes tricky. There's some villages that we have to make a last-minute call if we can go to or not.
The mobile clinic travels to 12 remote villages near the Somali border every month, an area plagued with violence. Despite the Kenyan army conducting operations for the past 4 years, they have failed to flush out Al-Shabaab militants.
Now, still at the coast, residents of Lake Chala are now calling for the government to provide them with rescue services, with incidents of drowning becoming rampant in the recent past. The cries come after a couple who had toured the lake drowned just a few days after another elderly man died.
Residents of Chala village in Taveta sub-county had a different week after 2 people succumbed to death after drowning at Lake Chala while swimming. According to the family members led by Patrick Lendoi, the deceased had gone with his couple for picnic before he drowned in Lake Chala.
Huyu ni kijana yetu ambaye ni mtoto wa shemeji yangu ambaye alikuja na msichana wake hapa jana. Baada ya kuja hapa wakawa wameteremka kuogelea. Sasa huyu mvulana yeye alipoteremka kuogelea basi alizama kabisa.
The incident happened yesterday evening, but due to darkness, efforts to rescue and search for the body couldn't take place until today morning. Gladys Gombe expressed her disappointment over the incident, saying few minutes after arriving, she wanted to swim with her fiancé, who warned him not to swim and drowned instead. Her efforts to wave her hands and seek assistance from nearby persons bore no fruits as they could not hear her. Gombe saved her life by cleaning on a stone and holding a metallic equipment which was in the water and swam to the banks.
Kuogelea. But kuna watu wenye walikuweko wanaogelea, so ni kama akapatwa na mvuto wa kuogelea na yeye. Akaniambia, akanitolea nguo yake, nivae, niingie nayo kwa maji na mimi. Wakati ashatoa za kwake. So ile harakati ya kuingia, kuna jiwe fulani lina utelezi. Akakanyaga hilo jiwe na kutumbukia kwa maji. Akaninyoshea mkono, nikamshika na mimi nikateleza. Sote tukatumbukia. Lakini akanishika. Aliponishika, mimi nikajaribu kujitetea, kurusha mkono juu ili wenye wako karibu maybe waone, but ni kama hawakuona.
The residents are now calling for the government to provide them with rescue operations in the lake because such incidents have been on the rise in the recent past.
Tulikuwa tunaomba kama inawezekana msaada wetu tupate baharia hapa kama vile Mombasa. Kwa sababu hii bahari inazidi kula watu sana. Hakiangukia hakuna msaada unaopatikana kwa haraka. Lakini tulikuwa tunaomba kama inawezekana tupate msaada hapa, tuwe na baharia wanakaa hapa kama kambi pale Mombasa.
The residents said the lake has changed to be a death lake due to the high number of people drowning, at least 3 people monthly, raising a red flag on security and safety of the lake. Lake Chala is a freshwater lake bordering Kenya and Tanzania, where tourists visit with the local community engaging in fishing activities. George Manyange for Switch TV.
Let's now take a short commercial break. We'll be back with more. Welcome back and thank you for keeping it Switch TV. Now, police in the northern Nigerian city of Kaduna have rescued more than 300 male students being held at an Islamic school where many had been tortured and sexually abused. The officers raided a building in the Rigasa area of the city last week where the victims, including adults and minors, were kept in the most debasing and inhumane conditions in the name of teaching them the Quran and performing and reforming them. The proprietor of the school and 6 staff were arrested during the raid. Victims at the facility were found padlocked to car hubcaps and their hands and feet chained.
I'm on the back.
Even as we were there, he was telling us not to be moving with slippers. It's not good to be bathing. It's not good to be eating meat. It's not good to be using all these gadgets that we are using, like computer, phones, and other things like that. And all what he's saying us to be absent ourselves from, he's all using them. So what do you think he is? And he will be, as you are in the house, he will tell you, even though if you don't have anything, he will tell you he don't care about it. They will flog you. They can flog you 100. If you don't count it, they will say.
For the 32nd straight week, hundreds of pro-democracy protesters took to the streets of Algiers to demand radical political reforms in the country, even as the government reiterated its commitment to hold presidential elections. The latest mobilization, like previous ones, saw security forces place barriers at several points of access to Algiers to prevent protesters from entering the capital. Since February 22nd, Algeria has been shaken by protests as the population opposed a 5th term for the then-President Abdelaziz Bouteflika, who was forced to resign at the beginning of April.
That of the state himself, the parliament, the government and the system are all illegal. Therefore, they are not serious and I do not support them. The activists, the participants in the popular movement and the ones who are refusing these elections are the ones who are right.
Elsewhere, Hong Kong protesters say they will attempt to make their voices heard during planned demonstrations on Tuesday. A large demonstration organized by the group Civil Human Rights Front, which has organized previous mass protests, has been banned by the police. But protesters have vowed to turn out to 1st October to show their anger and frustration at the erosion of rights under Chinese rule. On Monday, activists Ventures Law and actor Gregory Wong were arrested on charges related to an incident on 1st July when protesters barged into the legislature building and vandalized the chamber.
Of course, we would not want to see bloodshed. We would not want to see people getting arrested. But on the other hand, if the police are out of control tomorrow, we cannot guarantee. And it is them, the authoritarian regime of the Hong Kong SAR and the CCP, teach us that peaceful demonstration is futile sometimes. And we sincerely wish tomorrow is not the case.
Before we take a look at the money markets, I understand that heavy windstorm has hit parts of the country, including Thika, Murang'a, Nairobi and Machakos, causing widespread power outages. I hope you are fine wherever you are. Let's now take a look at the money markets. Let us now get sporty, and despite picking just one win, the national women volleyball team head coach Paul Bitok says that he's impressed with Malkia Strikers' performance at the FIVB Volleyball World Cup. Our sports reporter Kevin Kimathi caught up with the team at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport and filed the following report.
It was pomp and color as friends and family flocked to the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport to welcome back the All-Africa Games volleyball queens Malkia Strikers, who jetted back in the country on Tuesday afternoon from Japan, where they participated in the Volleyball World Cup. Kenya managed to get only one win in the tournament, beating bitter rivals Cameroon 3-1 in the final game. But despite the struggle, head coach Paul Bitoke and star setter Jane Washu believe that the team made progress as far as set scores are concerned.
Hii ni mara yetu ya kwanza tuliweza kupika na score ya 20-22 kwa teams kama China, Brazil, USA, na nafikiri kulingana na mimi kupata sets haikuwa muhimu sana kwetu, lakini ilikuwa ni volleyball gani yenye tunacheza.
As much as he was impressed by the girls' performance, Coach Bitoke admits that their biggest challenge was in the reception department.
The reception was not very good at the beginning, but as we introduced a new system, it worked for us. And I believe now that the new system that we have already identified and we have used in various matches, and especially against Cameroon, we managed to win Cameroon very easy. So we should continue the same.
Apart from the style of play and technical challenges, one of the other main challenges that could have affected the team's performance was lack of motivation due to unpaid allowances.
We travel bila allowance na bado hatujalipwa hadi wa leo. Pesa tulipata ni yenye tuliparticipate in Morocco, but bado yenye tumeparticipate in Japan hatujapata, hatujui tunapata when. Tunagoja tu.
Kenya Pipeline attacker Sharon Chepchumba, who made her debut in the World Cup, was Coach Bitoke's secret weapon, terrorizing opponents with her powerful hitting and attacking skills.
There are so many invitations, more so in Europe areas. I've gotten like 3 or 4 invitations, but I don't want to rush. I just want to take my time so that I can decide which one is the best for me.
The team now shifts focus to the 2020 Olympics Africa qualifiers set for January next year. Kevin Kimathi, Switch TV.
And now to matters athletics, where Kenya's Beatrice Chepkoech stormed away from the field to win the World Championship 3,000 meters women's steeplechase gold medal on Monday, making amends for a mistake that cost her place on the podium 2 years ago. Chepkoech made sure she left herself plenty of room for any possible errors in Doha as she stormed to a 20-meter lead after the opening lap and then kept the pack at bay, powering home in a time of 8 minutes 57.84 seconds.
Second chasing group of 6 or 7. Chespol as well, the all-time number 3, taking a wide out. The leader approaches the water jump, lands relatively deep into it. Let's have a look at Coburn, who just like underneath anybody else, just seems to skip out of the water, Jenny.
And in football Kenya Federation Shield Cup champions Bandari FC jetted back into the country on Tuesday afternoon from Tunisia, where they lost 2-1 against US Ben Gerdane in their second leg CAF Confederations Cup preliminary round match. Bandari advanced to the playoffs with a 3-2 aggregate following their 2-0 in the first leg, played at the Kasarani Stadium a few weeks ago.
Kuwashukuru vijana walijitolea katika mechi ya marudiano kule Tunisia. Physically tulikuwa tuko ready, but what I was trying to do ni kwanza kuplan how mentally you can be fit for that match, because siku zote ukienda katafu ya kama Arab countries you know what to expect, so ilikuwa ngumu, na hata first 30 minutes wali dominate, we were able to contain them na wakajaribu kupata magoli zao na kweli wakapata. Naweza kusema kwamba goli la kwanza kweli ilikuwa ni kama offside ya wazi, lakini iliweka mchezoni, so nadhani tulipambana, walikuwa na 30 minutes, but the rest of the match sisi ndio tulidominate second half, tukawa yetu na baadaye tukapata hilo bao ambalo litupeleka.
Following the elimination from the CAF Champions League competition at the hands of USM Algiers on Sunday, Kenyan Premier League champions Gor Mahia will be seeking to extend their 100% record in the KPL when they travel away to Mumias to face Nzoia Sugar on Wednesday. Kogalo are currently 8th on the league table after 2 wins.
Seriously, we have to motivate them and get their mind right for the game on Wednesday. And they got nothing to be disgraceful about today's game, because the effort that they gave, and as I said, the character that they showed, and the chances that we've actually made. So you know, I'm happy on that side. Am I happy about losing? No. I'm probably the world's worst loser, but you know, we have to be humble, and that's the way it is. And we have to take it on the chin and move.
Ukiangalia tumetoka kwa assignment ngumu of which tuko disappointed as a team to lose na tuko out of the Champions League, so for right now tumebaki na tournaments mbili, Confederation na hiyo league, so we'll put all our efforts kwa hizo matches mbili na starting tomorrow we are hoping tunaweza get us.
And that story brings us to the end of Breaking Today tonight. Thank you for watching. My name is Abdullah Ahmed, and our sign language interpreter tonight is Evelyn Wangoi. Have a lovely night.